Hey, what is up YouTube? Kolst here. I'm losing my mind right now because there have been so many arena updates and I still need to do my card review video, but I just keep having to do arena updates because we got another arena update here today. Because right here we have the official tweet from the Play Hearthstone Twitter that they have done a small hotfix update, which includes the following updates: some Battlegrounds updates to armor tiers, minions, arena updates, and some other bug fixes and improvements. And I'm not entirely sure if it's live, but I think as of recording this video, I think by the time I upload this, it should definitely be live. So let's just jump right into the patch notes here. And after this, we'll jump into kind of the balance implications, because I do think this will have some implications for balance in the arena. So here are the patch notes posted by community manager Kurt Ocher, who, by the way, also known as KO, used to be a Heroes of the Storm pro player, I believe, for Team Liquid. Fun fact there. So small hotfix update, a bunch of, honestly, I don't pay attention, a bunch of heroes changing tiers. I play some Battlegrounds, but not enough to really pay attention to this stuff. And evolving Chroma Ring removed, Steward of Time added, interesting stuff. Okay, let's get to the real stuff. The arena update right here. So one major change here, draft appearance rates have been adjusted for numerous cards. Well, that's incredibly vague. Now, developers note, since the debut of Voyage to the Sunken City, we have seen colossal minions make a big impact of games. You might even say a colossal impact, often the deciding factor. Their effect has been compounded by the prevalence of discover effects. To improve deck consistency across the mode, the appearance rate of colossals, other high impact legendary minions, and discover effects has been reduced. So this has been a common point of feedback everywhere I've seen, you know, every Twitch stream I've seen, Reddit post, conversations on Twitter, just everyone saying this is that, you know, too many super high impact cards are deciding games single-handedly. As I mentioned in my, I believe my previous meta update video, Matt London did tease that they were looking into this, and, you know, within like a week, they've already made the change here. And as usual, we'll look at Matt London's Twitter thread for more clarification. This one isn't much of a thread, it's a single post here where he just says, lots of appearance rates adjusted, specifically targeting the ability for colossals and big scary dragons to steal the game. And so as far as what legendaries they're going to be targeting, I would expect it's just going to be a small handful of the very, very highest outliers at the top. Raid Boss and Nixia probably, they already hit Raid Boss, so they're probably not hitting it again. I would expect the next few on the list, you know, Goliath, Ysera, Neptulon. Well, actually, it looks like they already hit Ibis. So yeah, just like probably these three cards are going to be it. You'd expect that their appearance rates fall down more kind of into like the Raid Boss and Nixia level. And of course, as they said, we're going to expect a lot of these class Colossals to get hit as well. If you're looking at like an individual class, this is Paladin for instance, like the Colossals all had a really, really high offering rate. So I think it's really good that these are going to be brought back more in line to what an actual like legendary should feel like. So from the patch notes right here, they mentioned Discover in general. He kind of clarifies here more specifically big scary dragons. So essentially discovering dragons specifically. So this gives us a little bit of clarification into the scope of the changes they're making. It's still not entirely clear, you know, like how much they might be targeting or might not be targeting just general discover, right? And what's really important about that is specifically with like mage, for instance, because a lot of mages discover, they do have Azure Explorer to find dragons, but a lot of their discover is like spell discover, right? And that's what's not clear, is whether or not they're going to be targeting that kind of discover or not. A lot of spell discovers historically and recently / up until now have had boosted offering rates, actually, from what we can tell through HS replay stats, which we're going to be talking about right now. So it will be a change if they are going to cut back on those. And so I want to talk very quickly about balance implications related to this again. Let me move myself fully out of the way here. So, you know, I think we might have already seen some change here from the patch, because Mage was like, for a short period of time, was actually #1, and they've dropped quite a bit to Hunter, and that might be part of from these changes we're talking about here. But I want to specifically go over basically, you know, what the kind of impacts of these top classes are going to be from this change here. And so, by the way, I should probably mention, if you're not familiar with HS Replay, this is hsreplay.net. They are the website associated with Hearthstone Deck Tracker, a deck tracker I use in-game. I get that question a lot. By the way, Arena Tracker is the draft tracker I use, because I also get that question a lot. They are two different things. Although Arena Tracker does give stats from HS Replay as one of the numbers, and the Hearth Arena number is the other number, which is a rating by a tier list website. So anyway, these are the stats for Arena. We are looking specifically at Hunter right now, and you can see, you know, by far the most common card appearing in decks class is Primordial Explorer, which has an extremely high deck win rate, right? This is like one of the cards which they had actually boosted up to make Hunter stronger in the current meta. And, you know, based off of what they're saying in this adjustment, you know, Dragon Discovers are probably getting hit. So this is probably going back down. But outside of that, Hunter is not a very Discover dependent class. They do have Pack Kodo, it's a very good card, and they also have like Mark Shot down here. But other than that, there is not a lot of Hunter Discover outside of, you know, things like Pandora and Importer, which I bet like things like Pandora and Importer might get hit too. I don't know. Again, it depends on whether or not they're hitting spell discovers or not. That is still unclear, but now let's compare this to Mage, for example. Now Mage has a whole bunch of discovers right at the top. You know, Spell Coiler, a spell discover, Rune Orb, a spell discover, Azure Explorer, also a Dragon Discover. Not as good as Primordial Explorer, but still very, very good. And they do also have Arcane Breath, a dragon-based spell discover. So if they are targeting a lot more discovers, like Mage specifically is going to be hit. And the other class in that top tier of classes right now is Warlock. And if you look at Warlock class cards, there is like no discover at all. Like actually nothing. I don't even know how far I'd have to scroll to even find one. You know what, actually I searching for discover. There isn't even a single one. Oh, I guess Phylactery, that counts, okay. So Warlock might get hit by if they nerf any of the neutral discovers, but otherwise it's getting absolutely unnerfed by this. So I do expect if we go back to the front page here that we're going to see that, go back to Arena, that Warlock is going to move up. How much? It's going to depend on the scale of these updates. So with that, we're just gonna have to find out. I guess I'll be talking about this for sure over the weekend as I'll be streaming probably. I'll stream like probably 2 days out of the 3 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Actually, I think Monday is a holiday, so probably 3 out of the 4 days most likely. And maybe I'll release a video. I don't expect there's gonna be like super significant balance changes here, but we'll have to see. If there is, I might make another video there too. Otherwise, if you want to check us out on the stream, and join us at twitch.tv/kolst. That is where all the magic happens. But yeah, thanks a lot again for hanging out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, one last thing. Blizzard, why is this card a 1-mana 1/4?